They say the truth hurts. And trust me, it does. But what hurts even more is knowing that the person you gave everything to, the person you trusted with your entire heart, has been playing a game with you all along. This is the story of how I found out about the second life my boyfriend was leading. But this isn't a story about a public screaming match or a messy breakup. This is a story about a different kind of justice. One where I didn't just walk away, I made him lose the one thing he loved more than anything in the world. And then I made him beg for my forgiveness. His name was Mark. We had been together for 3 years. He was the kind of guy who'd bring me my favorite coffee, listen to me talk for hours, and make me feel like I was the only person in the world. He was a successful architect, dedicated, and ambitious. He always said his career was his first baby. I believed him. He was a master at building beautiful things. But he was also a master at building lies. The little things started to add up. Late nights at the office, a phone that was always on silent, a sudden secrecy around his weekend plans. But I always trusted him. I told myself it was just work. The truth was far worse than I could have ever imagined. While looking for a spare key, I found a small box hidden at the bottom of his sock drawer. Inside wasn't a secret note or a hidden phone. It was a photo of him with another woman, and a baby. The necklace he gave me for my birthday, the one with the locket I thought was a special gift, had a picture of them in it. He had 2 lives. And I was the one who was living a lie. My world didn't just fall apart, it evaporated. I was numb. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I went completely silent. I took a deep breath, and I started doing what I do best. I started my work. But this time, it wasn't for my job. It was for my revenge. I knew he was building a new, luxury apartment complex. It was his masterpiece, his passion project. It was the one thing he loved more than anything else. And I knew how to take it from him. For the next 2 weeks, I became a ghost. I was quiet, compliant, and I acted like nothing was wrong. I let him think he had gotten away with it. But while he was out working late, I was building my case. I knew everything about his project. I found a tiny, obscure legal loophole in the city's zoning laws that could halt construction on his project indefinitely. I also found evidence of a cost-cutting shortcut he took that was a major safety violation. This wasn't just a threat, it was a devastating secret. The grand finale came during the final presentation for his project's funding. He was on a stage, charming the investors, talking about his masterpiece. He even looked at me and winked, as if we were sharing a private joke. And that's when I raised my hand. I stood up, looked him straight in the eye, and calmly asked, "Mark, can you please clarify for the board the legal standing of the project, given the recent city ordinance regarding zoning for the new aquatic center, and the unaddressed structural issues found in a preliminary report?" The room went silent. The investors looked at each other. Mark's face went white. The investors pulled out of the deal. His project was on a catastrophic hold. He lost everything. He came home that night and found me, not crying, but packing a suitcase. He fell to his knees. He grabbed my hands and sobbed, "Sarah, please, forgive me. I'll do anything. I'll tell her it's over. Just please, don't leave me." He wasn't begging for forgiveness for his betrayal. He was begging me to save his project. I looked him straight in the eye and said, "I forgive you." I let the words hang in the air. He looked up at me, a flicker of hope in his eyes. Then I delivered the final blow. "But I don't forgive myself for not knowing who you were. And for that, I can't stay." I walked out the door, leaving him on his knees, his face a mix of sorrow and total, utter defeat. He was finally alone with the consequences of his actions. The best revenge isn't about making them suffer forever. It's about showing them what they lost. He didn't just lose me, he lost the one person who could have saved him from his own downfall. I didn't just get even, I got free. And that, my friends, is a revenge you can't put a price on. So, what did you think? Was my revenge justified? What's the worst betrayal you've ever dealt with? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more stories of justice served, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And next week, Get ready for a story about a neighbor from hell who got a taste of their own medicine. You won't want to miss it.